Okay, good afternoon, Mary. Now we are going to start my presentation about my book that is called Charlotte's Web. So that is the name of the book. That is the hook. Things are not valued for their appearance, but for what they do, their qualities, and what they represent in others. This hook I make it by my mind. Yes, teacher. So that's why I not my situation. Now we continue. The analyzing of the book, the Charlotte's Web, is going to be presented by me. That is, my name is Jerry Alexander Fonseca Cruz. So now we continue. The agenda, how it is going to be organized, the presentation. So about the book, about the author, about the book, the text analysis that is conformed by form, format, genre, register, audience, purpose, characters, perspectives, points of view, plot, characterization, why should you read it, and reference. So now we continue. The author that is called A.B. White. The complete name is Alwyn Brooks White. That is the cover that appears on E.B. White. That man is a great and recognized American writer that born in the July 11 of the year 2099 on in the place Mon 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 in the in the Mount Bernard, New York, in United States. So his life became says the author, literary stylings, and thanks to his writing, attracted many people, young, old, of different ages, that was impressive and attractive, but in gaining way for readers. Yes, his studies, he have a studies of good in good in good places. University of Ithaca in New York, that he studied in 1921. After he finished his study, he began to work like a reporter. Yes, he was being recognized, passing the time. Yes, but was quickly because their writing was very good. So that's why he is very recognized, and people may recognize in that time. So that is the information of the author, the original name, the when he born, the day that when he died on October 1 of 1985. He died by Alzheimer. Yes, that dead, and with 86 years old. That is the picture, like their physical appearance. And wait, one moment, and continue. So he works in the magazine. Yes, an important magazine in New York. Then in that work he met new people. In that new people he met her future wife, that he loved a lot, with all the love of her, and that is and that many years later the wife is going to death. So that's important to say it. This girl recognizes, he create a lot of books that are recognized nowadays, that are translated to movies. So now we continue with the illustrator, that is Garth Williams, in the book, that shows all the pictures that I could see in the book, and that made me understand better the stories. But it's good drawings, and he born in 16 of 1912, and he died in A of 1998. So that is the picture of he's a old person. So I already said about the author. He is American essayist, author, literary states, editor, and they have other works that help other people to publish her books and all that. So that is the films that are based on his book. So Stuart the Little, that was published in 1945 and is taken to cinema to 1999. Charlotte Webb, that is my story, that I didn't know that was a movie, but now I know that was published in 1973 and the new version is in 2006. And The Trumpet of Shaw, that was published in 1970 and taken to cinema in 2001. Now we continue about the book. Yes, so the book is a book that have a story, a story of animals in the farm. Yes, all the story goes around Wilbur. That Wilbur is a pig that fair the little child, a girl, find in the farm, and when the father is going to kill, but Fern didn't want that the pig dies, so he carries the baby pig and give the food, and the pig was growing up little by little, and until the point that the father need to sell the pig. So he sold the pig to the uncles of Fair, and Fair of the uncles of Fair take care of the pig, but with a good purpose. That in December, when he is very fat and with a lot of meat, he's going to eat it to Christmas. So that is the sad story. But when Charlotte, that is the name of the spider that held Wilbur, arrives in the farm, he like said to Wilbur that she's going to protect him and not let him to death. Just that she is going to protect, and that is going not to happen. So that is when the fantastic situation of the story appears. So Charlotte start to draw many words in the web. All the Zuckermans that were the uncles of Fair start surprising, telling all the people. Wilbur became famous. So they thought that was a famous pig. So they take care. So after that, when she write the first word, Charlotte, the people started disappear because not were well interested like the beginning. So now Charlotte again write another word and happens the same, but when the people start disappear, the Zuckermans, the last owners of the pig, want to kill the pig on December, but Charlotte don't want that they die, that the pig die. So then continue Charlotte like fighting for the life of the pig, and then they go to a competition. Yes, Wilbur compete with a big, very big animal, other pig that was very big and fat. So Charlotte want to show people that not all the physical appearance is important, and the things that are inside is very important too. So at the next day, they find that they give the prize to the big pig, but then people like go to the place where Wilbur stays and see the words that Charlotte write that was a good qualities of Wilbur, and then they give it the prize to Wilbur. Yes. So then sad occurs a sad story because Charlotte is a spider, and you know that spiders don't have a long time of life. So she need to die and put their eggs in the place where Wilbur stays. And so Charlotte died. Wilbur was very sad, but he promised to take care of the eggs. They take the eggs to the farm, and they wait the time that the eggs need to like be great. So they wait the time the eggs broken, the little babies of Charlotte born. Many go with to different parts, but like less quantity stayed at the place where their mom was like making their spider web. Now we continue with the text analysis of my book. The form, as you can see in this picture, is mostly writing but have illustration that makes understand the story. The boy that sorry, the boy that is here is a friend of her. Yes, is a friend, and that is extracted for the page 5. Now we continue with the format. It was a novel, and according to the Cambridge University, defines that a novel is a long written story about imaginary characters and events. So you can see this in image. It has a lot of chapter and it's a very long story. So that's why I said that the format is a novel. So now we continue with the genre that is fiction. What I say that is fiction because occurs imaginary situations. In the images appears. This not happen in the real life. The spiders don't write in the real life words like the humans, and the pigs don't fly and make their strange things, and many other things that happen in the story and in story that I take in the story, yes, and that I explained you in the part where I told the story. Now we continue. The register is neutral. Why? What I say that is neutral because use like normal vocabulary. It's not sophisticated at all, but usually not use informal vocabulary. But sometimes they use contractions, like insists in the page of the book. So that's what it said is neutral. Now we continue. The audience. I say that is mass media. Yes, but because all the people of different ages could read this book and is going to be attractive and interesting. Yes, though that's what I say, but it's especially for child because it's a funny story, but also for humans to a message that then you need to take care of the animals and also listen to them because they also speak and have many things to say. That is the message. The audience is for all the people. Um, so I would say that is for childrens because it have fictions like things and all that, but I say the adults because it leave a message, what I say before. Now with the purpose, yes, the purpose of this book is especially entertain. Could be persuade, but the most important is that you enjoy and entertained in the book when you read. Yes, so that is what happened. You can see this image, the pig that is imaginary situations. Now the characters. The main ones is Fern, Wilbur, and Charlotte. Charlotte the spider, Wilbur the pig, and Fern the girl that saved that not kill him. You can see in this picture that the fighter is going to kill Wilbur, but she take care of Wilbur. The secondary, Templo the rat, the animals of the farm, Arable, Avery, Zuckerman, and Henry. Those are the family of Fern, and you can see in this picture the Zuckerman's farm, the father farm, Charlotte, and the pig Wilbur. Now the perspective, all goes around Wilbur, Fern, and Charlotte, yet, but especially Wilbur, because the story is to sell Wilbur. The important is to sell Wilbur. The other things not very important. The important is that Wilbur like survive and don't be killed in December. So that's why. The perspective all goes alive the Wilbur that is in defense animal, kindness and incomprehensible, and he's in relationship with a family or friends. Yes, the pig doesn't know that he's going to kill, but the temple of the rat say to him. So that's why. Now we go with the is mostly third person and message, so we can see the proofs and examples why I say that. Other example with the recitation. The plot: Wilbur was born, the pig begins to grow, the owner of that wants to kill the pig, the Zuckermans, Charlotte write a great characteristic of the pig, and the pig became important, what I say. And the ending, the pig became famous and grow with being killed and live with many years. Yes, that's way. Direct characterizations, so we can see in this characterization that say exactly what Wilbur said. You can see the examples. I don't say, but you could read it. The indirect ones that are of here, that are of here. Yes, he's friendly, humble, and kind. Yes, and one moment, friendful and kind, and he is despicable. Yes. Now, why you should read? I don't say that you need to read mandatory, but I recommend you that you read this book because it's very interesting. I enjoyed it a lot in the period of the English class, and I love it reading this book. So that's what I invite you. I don't say that it's mandatory, but I recommend you because it's a very good book, and the way that the author write is a very good way. You're going to learn a lot of English vocabulary and many things. So that is the reference. Yes, you could see more reference. No, it's not true. And thanks for watching my presentation.